So now we've started our drug draw, and we're going to show you the additional steps that need to be taken when you are drawing up a controlled drug. So the first drug I'm going to draw up is butorphanol, and I'm checking my sheet and my label to make sure they say the same. We're doing 1.44 milligrams of butorphanol, and this is a liquid form, so we need our milliliters, which we're going to go ahead and do 0.14 milliliters, and both my tape and paper say that. I'm going to look in we normally keep the controlled drugs in a separate basket so they're easier to find. I'm going to find my butorphanol drug, make sure that it hasn't expired. All of these have already been wiped down with alcohol. My amount is 0.14 milliliters, so that means I'm going to need a 1 milliliter syringe. Anytime you take a syringe out of the packet, it's best to make sure your needle's on snug and that you break the seal so the plunger isn't stuck on you. So again, I'm going to make sure I have butorphanol in my hand, which I do. I'm going to say to my instructor, I am now going to draw up 0.14 milliliters of butorphanol. And this is how you'll draw up all of your drugs. You want to make sure your instructor verifies the correct amount before you remove your syringe. So I'm supporting the bevel of my syringe and I'm drawing back with my other fingers. I'm drawing a little bit past the amount I need to make sure I don't get any bubbles. And it's 0.14. So then what I will do when I feel I'm at 0.14 is I will then show it to my instructor and I will say 0.14 milliliters of butorphanol, so the amount and the drug name. They will verify that it's good, and then I will go ahead and remove my vial, safely recap, double check. That was butorphanol, it didn't magically change on me, and put it back in my controlled drug basket. I now will grab my piece of tape and label it. Don't cover up your drug, you want to label it towards the bottom. I can't sit this down until it's labeled. And now, I want to make sure I log it, so maybe if you tell yourself, don't sit it down until you've grabbed the logbook, it's a good reminder. So, butorphanol. I'm going to find, this says opened container, that's what I want. I don't want the unopened. This is for our backstock inventory. So I'm going to go to opened, and I'm going to find where it was last left off. So I'll put in today's date. It is 9/3/19. This patient is Luke, Pepper. This is a student's patient. It is a canine. Bottle number 15. I'm going to go back to my bottle. It is not the sticker. This is for expiration. You want to look for the one that actually has a number sign like this. So it's number 15. So that's the correct bottle. We are doing a neuter, so that's the reason. And then how much did we draw up? We drew up 0.14 milliliters. So that's in the used, right? Added is for when you're bringing in new stuff, which you guys aren't dealing with. So I'm using 0.14 out of that bottle. This was the balance that there was before, so I need to do a little calculating. This is why you're going to have a calculator with you. So 16.12 minus 0.14 equals 15.98. If you want to be sure it's correct, you can do it a couple times. And then you'll initial in this first box, and your instructor will initial in the second as a witness. And that's how you draw up controlled drugs.